Here we go, guys. This is how I am creating revenue attribution granularized down to a specific post. Okay. And so, what that basically means is in the world of marketing, we've always struggled to understand what was the actual post that converted someone to come to the website. And it's also a struggle to understand if they haven't come in via an ad to understand the true UTM of that particular person, right? It will just be social media or LinkedIn or Facebook or whatever it is as a whole, not specifically it came from this sales rep or this marketing person's post or the founder's post. And the reason that's so important is a few things. One, to be able to actually route the lead to that particular person because you want them or that demo to speak to the person of where that person saw the original post because there will be a mutual connection and trust already there. That's the whole point of social media. And two, then incentivizes your whole entire company to start posting more if they're actually going to benefit from that as well, right? And three, you then can actually start to understand what content do you need to double down on that has the highest conversion rates. So to do this, I am using my three trusty steeds. Triggerify being one to help us contextualize social data, acting as our social intelligence platform. In this particular case, we are going to be pulling the actual engagement from particular posts. Attio as like our CRM, and NA10 to power the workflow. Now, today's video, I'm just going to show you the Attio side of things. But if you wanted a complete breakdown, I've got like a 10-minute video covering this that is going to be launching on my YouTube channel any day now. So go ahead, just type in Max Mitchum into YouTube, subscribe, and that video is going to drop, which goes through exactly how to set this up, along with a lot of other stuff. So first things first, inside of the Attio, the reason I love Attio so much is you can create custom objects super easily, but also the attributes inside of these objects, you can get very creative. So you can do relationship-based objects, which means you can do a one-to-many. So for example, here we have all of my LinkedIn posts coming into here. I have the post itself. If I wanted to read that, obviously don't need to because I know what that is. I know when it's posted, but more importantly, I then have all of the engagement coming through. So if we look at this, this is basically all of the people that are engaging with this particular post. So these engagees, I guess, are bound to this post. That's why it's a one-to-many. The post being one, the many being the LinkedIn engagement. And if we have a look over here, we then have all of the people who is engaging, whether they're commenting or liking with my stuff on LinkedIn. And I can actually see the comments as well flooding in here. So it's really, really handy if I wanted to do a few things. One, maybe create some form of automations or campaigns out of this. To understand if they're ICP or not, because I can start to add, different fields and whatever I wanted to do inside of here, right? So that's great for sales. But from a marketing perspective, what's really cool is I can then start to cross-reference these people with the status of them, right? So are they a lead? Are they a customer? Have we sent any other emails to them? Who are they? What have we done? Because obviously this data is sitting inside of our CRM, which means I can start to join multiple fields together to give us that complete picture. Which means in theory, if I hook up a tool like Vector, if I hook up our form flow builder that we use, if I hook up our clerk, which is already hooked up into Attio, which is any new user that signs on with Triggerify, I then can see, okay, hey, Joe Blogs first liked a post here, and it was created inside of the system. Then they visited the website, which we can get through from Vector. Then they actually signed up onto a free trial. So when it comes to attributing, I then know, okay, well, the actual post that they liked was XYZ. And then I can start to actually create a report to understand what post and what was the content in that post has the highest conversion rates, not from engagement, because we don't care about that, not from impressions, because we don't care about that, from an actual conversion perspective. And so you can start to double down then on the content that is actually converting at a higher rate as well. So if you want the full flow, sign up to YouTube. It's going to be in there. But this is pretty cool. I really like this. This is the first time that I've actually connected it in this way. I was doing it a little bit more manually previously. So enjoy.